y'all, I just finished shooting a vlog for you guys, which you're about to watch. But first, I wanted to let you know that Greenstock Garden, vertical gardens that I have used for years now, are having a big sale, and they are also running a special this month for Roots and Refuge and our audience. Basically, anyone this month who makes any purchase with the Roots 10 coupon code will be entered into a drawing where there will be 25 winners that will win a $50 gift card and 4 grand prize winners that will win a whole Greenstock and base color and texture of your choosing. And right now is a really good time to use that coupon code because they are also having a big celebration celebrating the founder and inventor of Greenstock and his lovely wife, their 50-year anniversary. It's a family-owned business out of Knoxville, Tennessee. They're made in the United States. And I think they're a really great thing for anybody who's really wanting to garden or who has limitations in mobility, who has limitations in the space, or like in the case for me, I have neither one of those things, but I definitely love having something that I can grow up, involve the kids, keep bugs off my plants. They're a great product. I have long review videos I'll put links to if you want more information, and I'll put a link to the sale down below and a reminder of that coupon code. All right, let's watch the vlog. Hey y'all, welcome back to Roots and Refuge Farm. I sat outside last night until after dark. I was putting these together like with very little light, which I don't suggest that at all. I started to put some of my garden beds together. Today I'm going to set up my Greenstock. Maya's going to come help me. I have set Greenstock stalks up before on my own, but my back has been giving me some trouble. And so in the nature of just working smarter instead of harder, I'm going to ask for help. My goal, weather permitting, is to have this space set up and planted by the end of April. So I've got a few weeks to focus on it. I'm not like in a crazy rush. I figure if I can get all the beds filled, you know, the Greenstock planted, all the herbs in, the seeds in by May 1st, I should have like a full season really enjoying this space. Now right here I have some different little patio variety tomatoes, tumbling tomatoes, and basically ones that were meant for being in containers. I also have some lettuce start, some flowers, and I've got to run up to the other greenhouse. I have some seeds, and today I am setting up a Greenstock per the request of a few different viewers where they asked, would you plant one Greenstock as if it were your only one? Like if you only had one Greenstock to plant in it, can you show us what you could do with that? So that's what I'm doing with this one down by my house. I got one of the lilac ones, I don't know, it's been about a month or so ago, and I haven't even put it together yet because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I was thinking about putting herbs in it, but of course all the beds are going to have herbs in them. And then I've got multiple Greenstocks with strawberries up by the pavilion where we like to have them for snacks. But I loved the idea of, can you show us what all you could do if you just had one? First, I have to go milk my goats, and I'm just going to go do it and get it over quick. So I'll meet you guys back here, well, in just 1 second for you. All right, we're back from our chores. Maya just grabbed the Greenstock. You're gonna unpack it. So we got the, well, yeah, that's a new thing they have. This is, I don't know, I was calling it a hat. I think it's probably not called that.
It's a little too cutesy for me.
Look,
it's so cool. A little leaf just opens up. It's so precious.
Okay, but it's very practical because, okay, putting this underneath an oak tree, all I was thinking about was acorns falling down and blocking that. So this is a good thing to have because it keeps anything from getting in your watering reservoir.
It's an acorn hat.
Yeah, among other things.
Hey, we got instructions. You want me to?
I think at this point I know the drill.
Maybe it's changed. Just check.
How many Greenstocks have you set up? Or moved? Or refreshed?
I was gonna say, like, it's the same tower, but it's like hundreds of times.
I don't think it's that many, but
hundreds.
So anytime you're filling containers, Greenstocks or any containers, you want to make sure that you get potting mix and not just garden soil. Garden soil is going to be dense. Potting mix has usually got some blend in it, like this has got cocoa coir and perlite. It already has fertilizer in it. So when I ran to the garden center to get this potting soil, I noticed that they had another kind. This Fox Farm salamander stuff is water holding. There's lots of different types. So far I've had a good experience with this. The brand I had always used I've had some issues with recently, so I'm trying something new this year. Any type of potting mix that specifies that it is for holding water, many brands have their version of this. It's just going to have material in it that can hold water longer, as it says. So I don't want to use all of this because I like all of the richness of the regular potting mix, but I figured we would mix a little bit of this into each tier to kind of give it more capacity to not dry out. I live where it's very, very hot, so containers, that's the biggest issue you're going to have with containers if you live in a very hot place, is them drying out. So being able to water them very regularly, provide them materials to hold water. You'll notice like this mix has a lot more perlite in it. I'm just going to kind of mix it throughout here.
Is that enough for that one?
Yeah. I should add, I've actually never done this water holding soil mix in a green stock before. I've always just done straight potting mix, but I figured we would give this a shot and see if we noticed a difference. All right, so I'm gonna level these out, and then Maya's gonna come top it off with the regular stuff. You want them flush, you want them full all the way to the top, and of course I am gonna plant in these, but we are gonna go ahead and fill them all the way to the top. It's gonna settle some, so me adding plants is gonna obviously be adding some soil, and that'll be okay because they'll settle and there will be enough space. What do y'all think? Super cute, huh? What if I was like, Maya, actually, I want it on the other side? What would you say?
What did you say?
I said, what if I was like, Maya, actually, I want it on the other side?
Oh, just smiling? Nah.
Yeah, all right.
Which side did I suggest we put it?
No, I'm going to keep it on this side.
Yeah.
Just because I think that with the heat, I'm planning on keeping like a few garden tools in the greenhouse, and I want to be able to leave that door open, propped open like that, and I didn't want that to be a hindrance because this porch isn't big. But yeah, there it is. So as you saw us putting it together, there's a reservoir between each tier. This is the original 5-tier. They're deeper. And then you put the water in the top, which we can open the little acorn hat, and put the water in here. And of course this is still gonna get like rained on and stuff. Sometimes when I'm just like spraying, especially if I've got seeds germinating, I'll still give it a spray. My favorite thing about this is that it's fantastic for delivering fertilizer equally throughout the entire green stalk. Because I have green stalks all over my garden, I've gotten into the habit of using them as a tripod, but I have to take the garden hat off to put my camera in the top.
Technically that's a monopod.
A monopod, you're right, it is. It's not a tripod. It's one leg. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start with planting my green stalk as if it were my only one with these tomatoes, and I'm just gonna scatter them throughout, and I am gonna go get some seeds to stick in. A few of the plants that I want to put in are started in my greenhouse, but they're really not coming up much yet, so I'll wait on those. And again, with this whole garden, my goal is to have it all planted by the end of April, so I'll get this green stalk fully planted by the end of April. But I did want to go ahead and get it set up, so because those tomatoes are kind of starting to try to set flowers and I needed to get them in. You want to help me plant these, Ben?
He sure does.
We need to put all these tomatoes in. Make sure you keep the little tag with it because I want to know what type is which.
This is a patio thing. Tumbling Tom Yellow.
These are so pretty. Give it, space it out. So Ben, we just fill the top up until we start seeing water come out the bottom. There it goes. So we've got the patio tomatoes in here. I just threw a couple of things of, like, I'm going to do a pocket with some kale. I'm not planting a lot of like kale and lettuce. Here's some lettuce, simply because it's already April, and in South Carolina, it gets hot for those things fast, but I think I will be able to grow more back here because we have this lovely shade tree, which is going to be shading this garden for at least the afternoon. And so I'm hoping that maybe I can get a little extra. Yeah, these are some beets. Ben wanted to put a few beets in.
I planted those beets.
You did plant those. You did a good job. I'm going to plant some cucumbers in here from seed, and I'm going to wait. I have pepper plants started. I have some more eggplants going. I have some ground cherries, but I'm going to wait because those seedlings are small, and also I don't like to put my peppers out until we don't have any cool nights, and we do have some cool nights coming. Not freezing, but peppers don't even like remotely cool nights. So this is going to take me a couple weeks to get it fully planted, but I think we're going to be able to harvest a lot of food out of this thing. Hey y'all, what's up? Editing Jess here. I just finished editing the vlog you just watched. I realized that in the excitement of setting up a new garden space, I completely forgot to sign off. But it's okay because I had another thought that I wanted to share with y'all, and I think this is interesting. So just a little insight into the way my mind processes. It is a very fascinating thing to like record your life, your gardens, the things you're building and the things that you're doing. This is why I still primarily edit all of my videos. Occasionally I'll get some help, you know, whenever I'm getting ready to go out of town or something, but I still love editing my videos daily because I get to experience my garden, my life, my farm, my kids, my husband, my everything from this kind of like third person perspective. I just always watch these things and imagine how that experience must be for you guys. This little garden, I am very, very excited about it. This garden that's right by my house, but I don't know if I've told you guys, I'm very purposefully putting everything together in this garden from like kits or purchasable things. Jeremiah and I are like bootstrappers at heart. Like we love rigging things up and making do with what we have. I mean, so much of our farm is built by locally sourced materials or reused materials, recycled materials. And we have tutorials, like Jeremiah's got a tutorial showing how to build all the garden beds. I get asked all the time about my glass greenhouse, my stained glass greenhouse, where people are like, hey, is there a kit for this? And it's, you know, it's one of a kind because he put it together. But with this little garden, one of the things that I really wanted to be able to do is show like a whole beautiful, realistic backyard garden space that you don't have to have a lot of skill to put together. And of course, you know, Jeremiah made that greenhouse kit. He did do a video kind of talking about building that Costco greenhouse kit. And he made it amazing and did all these special touches and all of that stuff. But it is still just a kit, and you know, the green stalk is a totally accessible way to garden. And then the Birdie's garden beds that I'm using, I'm going to myself put them all together because I couldn't build a garden bed like Jeremiah could. I don't have those skills. And my hope is that by the time this garden is finished, that the people watching from the outside could see something that even if they don't have a lot of skills, they could put in their backyard. I will tell you, it is a really interesting thing to constantly have this like third person perspective looking at your own life. It evokes a lot of gratitude in me. It's easy when you're just dealing with what's right in front of you to kind of forget how special it is. And I have this daily reminder just how special this life is. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today and all the days you do. I bless you. Until next time.